Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Or is it a Chinese spy balloon? In a bizarre turn of events, the US has shot down 4 aircraft, including 3 unidentified flying objects, in fewer than 10 days, with the US Air Force General refusing to rule out aliens. So, amid all the confusion, let's look at what we know and go through the timeline of events in one of the strangest news stories in recent memory. On the 4th of February, an apparent Chinese spy balloon was detected by US air defense systems flying towards Alaska from the Bering Sea. The balloon, which was described as the size of 3 buses, traveled via Canada and ended up off the coast of South Carolina when it was finally shot down. The US has claimed the flying object was intended for spying purposes, but China says it was just a weather balloon that veered off course. And China have reacted with scorn to the US's decision to shoot down the aircraft, even going so far as to mock the US in satirical cartoons. Sensors from the balloon have now been recovered, and the FBI is examining the debris. And if that wasn't weird enough, another object flying at around 40,000 feet, described as the size of a small car, was shot down less than a week later. This after criticism that Biden didn't react quickly enough with the first object. The Pentagon said the object looked nothing like the first balloon and sent a search team to investigate and identify what it is and where it came from. Just a day later, a much smaller UFO was detected entering Alaska, then veering into Canada. The country said the small and cylindrical object posed a reasonable threat, and just as they had done the day before, US F-22 jets tracked the aircraft and shot it down on the orders of Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister.
Yesterday, NORAD confirmed that an unidentified object entered unlawfully Canadian airspace. It represented a reasonable threat to civilian aircraft, so I gave the order to take it down.
Then, for the 3rd time in as many days, the US confirmed another UFO had been downed on the US-Canada border near Michigan. According to an unnamed senior US official, this object had an octagonal structure with strings hanging off but no discernible payload. Of the 4 objects, it's the last 3 that have caused the most intrigue. Glenn Van Herk, the US Air Force General, said he didn't know what they were and how they could fly.
I haven't ruled out anything at this point. We continue to assess every threat or potential threat unknown that approaches North America with the attempt to identify it.
The US has defended its decision to shoot down the objects, citing an abundance of caution, and the country is keeping a much closer eye on its airspace since the detection of the suspected Chinese spy balloon on the 4th of February. Meanwhile, China claims the US has flown balloons into its airspace more than 10 times in the past year. So, as we await more information about the nature of the objects, what do you think they are? Let us know in the comments below.